Hello everyone and welcome back to a new Integer audio upload. In this video, we will have a look at an interesting plugin from Leapwing called StageOne 2. The name is a little confusing, but this is the second iteration of their plugin StageOne. I'll put on the screen both interfaces so you can compare between them, but most notably this one of course has a analyzer or a display which is going to help you visualize the spatial position of the audio signal. And there are other new features as well, such as phase recovery, which we will check out later in this video. So stay tuned to see how useful this plugin may be to your mixing and mastering, as I'm sure it's going to be immensely helpful to you with phase related issues and overall just improve the mono compatibility of your tracks. Before we get into it, if you like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe for future videos like this and visit integeraudio.com for more details and reviews. Let's get started. Starting with the interface, it looks pretty modern and appealing to use. For the controls, there is width that allows you to stretch the elements at the stereo field, and conveniently, it will leave the centered content untouched. Leaving it at 0 doesn't affect this band of frequencies, while going negative results in the stereo image becoming narrower, and of course increasing it is going to widen the frequencies in the chosen band. There are 3 different bands for the width, which is awesome, so you can only affect the mids for instance while keeping your low end tight and clean. Then there's the depth, which controls the level of added reflections, and the reflection patterns can create and enhance the sense of depth in the sound field. Phase recovery algorithm automatically identifies out of phase components between the left and the right sides, and it will realign them to avoid losing information when summed to mono. So this increases the mono compatibility, if you want to say it like that. This sounds too good and easy at that. You just turn the switch on and it should do its job. Next up we have the mono spread, which could be used to convert a mono signal into a pseudo stereo signal with full mono mix compatibility. Center gravity is similar to stereo rotation. It can be used to move the overall weight of the process signal to the left or to the right channels. And here we have another new addition to the second generation of StageOne, which is the visualizer. And the crossover frequencies on here are the 2 frequencies that can be dragged up and down to define the crossover point between the low, mid and high bands. There is a link function as well for all the parameters in case you don't need to have multiband control over the signal and just control the whole signal altogether. And lastly we have the basic output control, the bypass, undo, redo and A/B comparison, as well as the presets. We're going to use this plugin for different purposes and we will test its efficiency in each one separately. So first, let's try to enhance mono recorded instruments to make them more interesting and take up more space in the stereo field. There are many ways to do that, and you can also use multiple plugins and have each one do a certain thing to get a polished outcome. But for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to only use StageOne. So first, let's hear this guitar loop. Okay, so as you heard and also saw on the analyzer on here, the signal is centered, or in other words, it's mono. So if I go ahead and try already to control the width knob, it's not really going to do anything. So what I am going to try to do is enable the mono spreading. And as you can see, there are different frequency ranges for that, so let's set the crossover frequencies and then maybe keep the low end centered and manipulate the higher frequencies and make them wider. does what it's supposed to do very well. It turned a dull and mono guitar loop into a richer and wider sound that could be then processed further with some reverb and subtle delay to make it more lively. Let's listen to stage 1 on the master channel of this mix now. It's a rough mix that's still in the works, and it probably has some phase issues as I haven't really checked for that. So let's see with stage 1 if we can add more width and depth while fixing any phase issues using the phase recovery mode. But to take it a step further, I'm going to use Stereo Savage, and I'm going to use it to invert the phases and deliberately create so many phase issues, and then dial in stage 1 to fix them. So let's play first the mix with nothing on it, and then I'm going to add Stereo Savage and then stage 1. So that was really cool how the algorithm was able to fix the low end phasing automatically without adjusting any parameters, and you could also tell that after the phasing was fixed, the track got a little louder because it has probably been adjusted as a constructive interference. Now let's try to add a little more depth. So far it's good, easy to use and apply. I really enjoy it when plugins offer you more power and control over shaping your signal while still being relatively easy to set up.
Waking up, I'm taking chances tonight. I'm opening my eyes and I'm feeling alive. I'm waking up, I'm taking chances tonight. I'm opening my eyes and I'm feeling alive.
Not much to say about it really, it's just perfect for fine-tuning your stereo and adding width to your different tracks, whether it's vocals, synth, drums, or even bringing back mono recordings back to life, as well as subtly inserting this on your mix bus or even using it during mastering with the presets that they have on here. And this wraps it up. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this, and visit integraudio.com for more details and reviews. Thank you for watching.